Yo, hey, you out there? You out there? Who are you? What you here for, bro? Oh, you came to like and subscribe. Okay, come on in. What's good, y'all? It's your boy. You know who it is. You know what it is. You know what I came to do. So I came to do that. So, like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow on all social media platforms at The Ultimate Rage. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you check out that Joey P EP Star on all streaming platforms. Check out that Star EP on all streaming platforms. Check out that Jexhurun Infinity EP on all streaming platforms. And of course, you know what it is. Check out that Outrageous EP on all streaming platforms right now. God damn it, what the fuck? Anyway, what's good? So, I came to continue the discussion and get into a more fleshed out discussion about the Great Filter. That's right. So, what is the Great Filter and why is it important? Well, it ties into what's called the Fermi Paradox. The Fermi Paradox is the idea of if there's all these different stars, galaxies, planets, and all this type of stuff, trillions, insane numbers that we can't even fathom, why have we not found any confirmed sightings of any alien life at all, ever? Nothing at all. Not a spaceship, not a techno signature, not a fucking nothing, not no invasion, nothing. And so the idea is maybe it's because of what's called the Great Filter. The Great Filter is the idea that something prevents life from getting advanced to the point of traveling through space. So then the question becomes, well, what could that possibly be? Could it be because, sorry, I got a notification across my phone. Could it be because aliens are unable to prevent asteroid impacts or some kind of natural disaster? Or is it because they're their own worst enemy? Why is this important? Because we could be at or near the point of the Great Filter for us. That's right. I know it's difficult for people to understand. You know how, like, say Christianity, they have the whole concept of revelations, the end of the world. Well, that's the reason why I'm the Antichrist. Hi, everybody. It's the Antichrist right here. Me. Who would have thought it would be me? The actual Antichrist. The one who was prophesied in the Bible. Or professed, what's the word? The one who was prophesied, professed to. Damn it, they was talking about me. I'm the one that came to bring about the end of the world as we know it. But not the way that they think. See, they think that I came to be some evil, horrible, terrible, manipulative, maniacal, disgusting, evil, fucking patron of Satan. But Satan ain't real. Satan ain't real, man. None of that is real. Here's what we're dealing with here. Climate change. Hello. The world is on fire. Get it through your freaking heads. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we have this pandemic right now, it's not because the world was sinning too much and people were just turning away from Jesus. Because there's, 2-3 billion Christians in the world? The problem ain't Christianity not being spread around enough when damn near a third to half the world believes your bullshit. In fact, that's the problem. Or at least that's part of the problem. I'm not going to say that that's the whole problem, but it's a big, huge chunk of it. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why this matters in terms of the great filter. So, climate change is occurring due to extreme pollution and all that type of stuff, due to industry, the factory farming industry, the fossil fuel industry, automobiles, and all that type of stuff, all these pollutants which are causing issues in our environment. Manufacturing, all that type of stuff, factories. So, in order to counteract the effects of climate change, first, we need, scientists. I know, shocking. Scientists we need scientists who can actively work towards understanding the nature of our reality so that they can then manipulate it to all of our benefit. But in order to do that, we have to establish a baseline for reality. What is our reality? We can't fix the problem if we can't identify the problem to begin with. And if we can't be on the same page, well, we're going to have people who are complacent, who are going to say, well, I guess we can't do nothing, so let's just hope Jesus come save us. Because it don't work that way, and it never has. So, the issue is, we have climate change, we have COVID, the plague, we have violence, we have mental health, we have regular human health, lack of access to health care, mental health care, physical health care, insufficient, inadequate care. You got to travel halfway around the world to get some kind of decent care, and you got to have money to travel around the world. And so we're caught between a rock and a hard place trying to figure out all the stuff. But the problem is there are too many people in the world who are delusional, who want to just sit and believe whatever they want to believe and don't want to do the actual hard work that can help us actually counteract climate change and actually transform our society so that we can be post-pollution and all that type of shit. But see, it takes people being willing to learn. And it's difficult to get people to be willing to learn when they think they have it all figured out. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I cannot simply sit idly by while people are sticking their heads up their asses and not doing shit and thinking they can just sit in the building, read the same book, sing the same songs, say the same words over and over again and give money to an institution that's doing nothing to help us in any of this. And they're getting tax benefits on top of that. They're literally a cancer on our society. I was just coming home from getting my, haircut, so I'm hoping you like how I'm looking all fresh and clean and everything. I can't tell you how many churches I've seen. Just from 65th and Halsted to 79th and Damon. Just going across that little L shape, it's churches all up and through this motherfucking goddamn hood. And people don't realize this. The more religious a society becomes, the less stable it becomes. And what do you know? So much religiosity in our country, in the United States of America, and last time I checked, we ranked 122 out of 163 officially recognized countries on the World Peace Index on visionsofhumanity.org. And nobody sees a problem with this. Nobody sees that this is disgusting. We're supposedly the greatest country in the world, and we rank 122 out of 163 countries. 122! That's absurd! You know what's like the worst? Like, you know what's 163, 162, 161? No, just these little countries like Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, the Congo. Those are the places that are at the very bottom, the worst of the worst. We're only like 40 spots away from them. But in the top 10, you got countries like Switzerland, Canada, Japan, Iceland, all these places where life is literally night and day. People there could probably never imagine what life is like here. How absurd it is. How much extreme inequality there is. And not just extreme inequality. I remember when I was going to high school. Okay? I was attending Jones College Prep. My sophomore year, they had to move all the students to Near North High School, which was a closing high school. Well, it was closed because they were doing renovations on our high school, trying to build it and expand it and all that type of stuff. When I went to Near North, it was literally right by the projects. Cabrini Green, actually. The same one in the Candyman movie. And I shit you not, like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, literally, on one side of the street, you would have the Cabrini Green projects. And literally, directly across the street, as in, like, we're here, they're there, and directly across the street is these brand new, nice-ass little townhouses. Rows of them. And I mean, if you took a picture of this, it would encapsulate exactly what's wrong with our country. That you have such extreme inequality. That you got extreme poverty over here. Literally, everybody is in these project buildings. And then you have these brand new ass townhouses. Obviously, you gotta have money to get in these townhouses. You ain't getting in these nice ass brand new townhouses for cheap. And so, anyway, like, I look at all these churches in my community, and it's like a cancerous growth, because they're everywhere. There's literally churches like annexed to each other, across the street from each other, down the street from each other. Like, I mean, if churches were so valuable, if they were so helpful to our communities, why are our communities suffering? Why is my community still such a low-income community? Why is there so much poverty and violence, even though there's churches all up and through this motherfucker? One day, I'm telling you, I'm going to go to 79th and Western, and I'm going to stream or make a video walking from there to Ashland, a few blocks, and I'll show you all these churches. I'm gonna just pan the camera. Like, look, there's a church right here, church right there. There used to be a church right there, but now they moved over here, and now you got a church right there, and then a church right there, and a church right there, and a church right there, and it's just constant. It's constant. It's like, if church was so great, wouldn't our neighborhoods be the best ever? If we were going to be blessed by Jesus' love and blood and all that bullshit, wouldn't we be in flying saucers by now? Wouldn't we be performing interstellar travel by now? Because we're so enriched by God's love that we are no longer seeing poverty, slavery, I shouldn't say slavery, but poverty, violence, assault, all of that type of stuff. We shouldn't be seeing any of it. But alas, here we are. I mean, I can literally go onto the sex offender registry right now. Literally, right now. And just within this little radius right here, there's going to be all types of all types of motherfuckers around here, literally in this vicinity, probably on this block. Might be motherfuckers next door. Because ain't nobody over here. But motherfucker might be next door, literally in this apartment complex, on some weirdness. Who knows? But see, we wouldn't have to worry about that if Jesus really was the way, the truth, and the light. And this is precisely the problem that we have. We have too many people who have become complacent and have just accepted this idea that Jesus or whatever equivalent is going to save us. That they're just not willing to do shit. And then they'll turn around and be like, oh, you believe in the white man's science? The white man's science? It's so sad. It's like, do you know how much of a fucking fool you look when you say stupid ass shit like that? The white man's science? You mean just science? It's like, look, man. You can act like, well, science ain't always right. They get stuff wrong and stuff. Okay, you might be right. But then how do we correct it? Jesus? Oh, shit. Imagine, right? Imagine a new story comes out tomorrow. Oh, breakthrough in fusion technology. They figured the shit out. Then other motherfuckers test it. They're like, nah, this shit don't hold up. Nah. See, they forgot to carry the tool and they forgot to use this flask, so they ain't get it right. The numbers don't add up. So what they need to do is throw in some more Jesus into the equation and it'll all balance out. And then they're like, holy shit. We threw Jesus into the equation. Now we haven't figured it out. Who knew? It was in Matthew chapter 15:27. I don't even know what that passage says. But that was the passage that we needed to get to the fusion technology. Right? See, this is the reason why religion is garbage. At the end of the day, you can't use it to make testable predictions and further our knowledge. Because that's what truth does. If something is true and it can be demonstrated, it can be used to further our understanding and find more truths. That's how the truth works. I get so tired. Like literally the other day, actually yesterday, I'm having this, the typical religious debate with this theist on Facebook. And, gives me all the typical answers. But I keep asking them, how do you know any of this is true? How do you know that God exists? And dude's steady trying to tell me, well, you can't see air, right? So, but I'm like, yeah, you can't see air, but there's actually tools used to detect it. You got motion detectors. There's this thing called, don't quote me, but it's like an anemometer or some shit like that. It's a tool that you can use to detect air. There are detection methods for air. Google this shit. Google it. Don't take my word for it. Literally Google it. There are people who have already done the work to figure this shit out. So don't take it from me. Go look it the fuck up. But see, people aren't willing to do that. They're too lazy. They're too busy. They're too uninformed. They don't have the desire to. It's too much work. It's too much work to look this stuff up. So that's why I did the work, so you don't have, I can just tell you. We have actual methods for detecting air. What is your method for detecting God? And I will let you have the floor. Isn't it funny how theists never, ever offer anything tangible? Ever. Dude kept trying to say, well, I know God real. Okay, how do you know? Well, I read it in the Bible. Okay, how do you know it's true? Because I believe by faith. Okay, but if it was true and it could be demonstrated, you wouldn't need faith. You don't see scientists saying, well, I have faith in the fact that cells work. I'm trying to think of something that you wouldn't see scientists say, like, I have faith that this medicine works, so I'm going to prescribe it to you because I have faith that it works. You would not go to a doctor who prescribes based on faith. You would want them to prescribe something to you because it works and it can be shown to work. You don't want to have faith that it works. You want to know that it works, don't you? Or do you not care about your health? Is that what you're saying? You really don't care. You just take anything a doctor prescribes to you. And as a medical professional, wouldn't you want to know what the fuck you're doing? Wouldn't you want to know, hey, I actually am doing the right thing? You know, because you took this thing called the Hippocratic Oath and stuff. Wouldn't you want to, like, I don't know, like, do good and not harm and not possibly lose your license and get sued for malpractice and stuff like that? That's what I thought. That's why I thought this was about. But apparently I'm mistaken. You feel what I'm saying? So it's possible we could be doomed. Yeah. It's actually possible that we could be doomed. Because it's just too fucking hard. It's too hard to wake people the fuck up. Even people in my own family. Literally my whole family. I'm like literally one of the few people in my own family. And then even some of the members who aren't religious in my family, some of them are just jackasses. Or at least at times could be some real damn jackasses. I swear to God, motherfuckers. Oh my God. So what do? Do we sit back and just accept our fate? And just say, well, the great filter is upon us. Let us all pray and just prepare ourselves. Or can we get the fuck up, learn some shit, and try to figure it the fuck out? Why are people so content with being complacent and shutting their brains off? It's like all these, like say, Christian conservatives, right? They'll be the first ones to tell you about, oh, you got hard work and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All this fucking bullshit. All this dumbass bullshit. They say that, but then when it comes to actually learning shit, oh no, that's the devil work right there. That's science, that's devil work right there. No, we got to stick with the Bible. The hell is that? Why? Can't you see the world is on fire? That Jesus nonsense ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. Shout out to Lauren Hill. It ain't working, goddammit. Jesus is not coming to save us. That's why you need the Antichrist. Because Jesus would never, ever come down here and tell us what we need to do. He's not going to come down here and save you or me or anyone for that matter. He's not going to do shit. You know why? Because if he was actually a real person, he's dead. You guys are worshiping a dead man. I was just talking to my same homie the other day. You know, the one who thinks he's going to find Jesus with the Myers-Briggs. It's like, you know, fools are delusional. I was going to say something. I forgot. I forgot. See, this is why you need to have a script. I ain't got time for a script. We ain't got time for scripts because we finna die, man. Don't you see? The sea levels are rising. The storms are getting worse. They're talking about the northeast coast finna get hit with some major heat. Do you think this shit is gonna stop? Do you think this shit's gonna cool off? Because I see scientists talking about runaway greenhouse effect and shit like that. What the hell is that shit? I'm not trying to see what that's about. You shouldn't either. But see, when you bury your heads in the sand, you do nothing but doom us all to have to all experience it. That's one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm in Chicago and not on the coast or in the South. Because y'all getting fucked up. I'm doing this to try to help y'all. Apparently y'all love hurricanes and earthquakes and forest fires and shit like that. Apparently that's awesome to y'all. Apparently y'all don't really like trying to figure out how we can stop the shit. Because y'all having a gay old time down there. Just the grandest time of all. And y'all don't see a problem with this shit. At all. And then I get the people. This is what kills me. This is the worst of it all. Even my own dad came to me talking about something. Well, you're going about it the wrong way. You can't be talking to people like that. They don't like that. You can't make money like that. What the fuck is money when you're dead? Do you not see? Do you not see? You can't just sit back and hope something happens. You can't just sit back and hope Jesus gonna come save us. This ain't a movie, bro. This ain't a fucking fairy tale. There aren't magic spirits and angels covering us with their love and hopes and roses and all that bullshit. Tell that to the people who, I don't know, died in the Fukushima earthquake / tsunami / fucking nuclear meltdown and shit. Like, come on, bro. Do y'all not see, like, how fucked up shit is getting? Am I the only person? Do y'all not see all the mental health issues people are dealing with all over the place? Do you see all of the people dying by suicide all over? My mom is a police dispatcher and she hates her job. Wonder why. Maybe, can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we need to figure this shit the fuck out. And not sit around hoping Jesus is going to come back, because he's not. He's not. And all of you, I'm not going to call you out your name. All of you theists, all of you goddamn theists out there who want to venture, oh, well, how do you know all that? Well, that is the burden of proof is on you to declare that. Look. Even if you might logically, technically be correct that the burden of proof is on the claimant, and I say something like Jesus is never going to come back, and you can say, well, you got to prove that. Who cares? Seriously. You're really willing to defend that idea? You don't give a fuck about this fire? You don't give a fuck about the fire? You're really willing to sit here and debate with me as to this dumb shit? And the world is on fire. See, if Jesus could actually help us with that, sign me up all day. Let's go, Jesus. But Jesus had 2,000 years. It's time to let this nigga go. He's not coming back. He's just not that into you. It's like that movie. Just not that into you. So, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow all social media platforms at The Ultimate Rage. Check out that Star EP. Check out that Outrageous EP. Check out that Infinity EP. And go to theultimaterage.com and give me money so that we can stop this bullshit once and for all. Holla at your boy.